And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AVGL's Collegiate League of Legends Championship. I'm Alexander OPL Archambault. Joining me for the cast today, all the way down in the south, actually, is Travis D. Powers. Travis, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been forever. It's been so long since I get to hear your lovely voice right here next to me, all the way from Canada.
It's been a while. It's been a while. We haven't had a cast together, but people were missing, and I thought, hey, you know what? Travesty's around. I know he likes some League of Legends, and we're in for a pretty good treat tonight as we have the University of Texas at Dallas taking on GSU Yellow, Georgia State University. One of their rosters, and this is actually pretty important for both teams. If Texas at Dallas is able to secure the 2 wins here, I believe they secure their spot going on into the next round. Meanwhile, GSU are kind of forced right now to win both of these games to have a shot of making it out of the elimination bracket. So every game here counts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of the underdog story that everybody loves to talk about. Everybody loves to root for an underdog. This is definitely GSU Yellow's time to actually run with that underdog story and see if they're able to get a happy ending. But we are getting into picks and bans here. Yasuo first locked in, which is actually just completely insane to start off everything because Yasuo is a very spicy pick to say the least. But Thresh and Kane picked up very standard picks that have been rising in popularity.
Kane especially. Kane was kind of a weird one. Everyone kind of didn't really know how to play him correctly, and now he's kind of in the A tier jungles right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the best, especially if you can get an early lead, and that might be kind of a cheese move here for GSU because they are considered the underdogs here. So maybe try and pick off a lot of kills early and get this Kane rolling through the jungle, and maybe have an opportunity later. And we already got that Shen now getting locked in. So going to have that shield, that ultimate to get around the map, have a lot of presence, and be able to match some split pushing later on.
Yeah, I actually really like this too because they're actually going to go ahead and show the top half of the map here with the Shen Yasuo Ahri, with the possibility of Shen being flexed down to the support role. It's not something you commonly see anymore. But looking at how they have it set up, actually, it might be a Shen support because Shen jungle isn't something that's very popular in most cases, and Yasuo's jungle, while I have seen it, it's nothing to write home about. Your ganks aren't really that great. You require setup to be able to make a successful gank really happen. So unless they're planning on just snowballing super hard, they actually haven't shown their top side of the map. More than likely, this is probably a Shen going down to the support role. But they do have quite the pick composition. They can actually start fights on their own terms, and Yasuo being able to go in and be able to just get huge ults and also be able to have that Stand United to back him up is pretty huge. But I do want to talk about the Azir, because Azir actually just had some changes, and he attacks so fast now, but his range is a little left to be desired.
Yeah, Azir receives some minor changes, well, kind of major changes at the same time. It was what it was called. It was more of a minor ability update.
Mm-hmm.
It was just some more adjustments to the kit. So instead of like his E now, he will instantly get a shield if he uses it. I know they got rid of the banana juke range a little bit low too. So you're not going to be able to move as, I guess, more rapidly around the map, go for those insane kind of plays. And a big thing is his ultimate will no longer stop people from jumping over it once it's settled after the cast. During the animation, it will block enemies from jumping onto him, but afterwards they're able to jump on over it like normal terrain. Though I do believe the soldiers also, the amount of soldiers were increased by 1 at every rank compared to the last one. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Azir plays, because this is right off the new patch. Maybe Knight not too familiar with this pick.
Yeah, it could be very interesting. I actually find it weird that you would want to go off of something that just got changed, because it might seem very slight, but those slight changes could make you feel very uncomfortable with what was normally a comfort pick. We are at a second ban phase. Interesting enough, the Jinx is the one locked in, seeing a little bit of rise in play with a lot more people playing hyper carries. But the Kalista was left up, and Kalista has been seen as one of the most powerful AD carries currently. And with Tristana off the table, it's free to pick up without having to worry about a super bad matchup in the AD carry position. So I really like the fact that they go ahead and say, we're going to go ahead and lock this in. they are kind of hovering around for what could be the support or jungle pick. I'm going to find out what I'm getting. It looks like a support Rakan, so this could either be a jungle Shen or a jungle Yasuo, which is very interesting.
We'll have to see how that's played. You mentioned the ADCs right now. They were actually very, very lately picked into this pick and ban phase. We actually have 6 ADCs banned in total, 3 from each team. Yet, in the end, we both get a Kalista and a Jinx. Kalista actually being quite a normal pick recently. She's risen in popularity. The mobility in that kit as well is just able to extended fights are just disgusting. Don't see Jinx as often, and going into a Rakan Kalista with a Jinx is not a fun matchup, in my opinion. Jinx being that low maneuverability, she does have a Thresh to try and keep her safe, but it's not as much as you'd hope for. And the last pick actually coming out is going to be a Nasus.
Yeah, Susan coming out. So I'm actually really interested the fact that they actually choose this, because they don't know for sure who the top lane is going to be. More than likely, it's going to be Yasuo, because Yasuo jungle versus the Shen jungle is actually a little bit more difficult to pull off. The Shen jungle at least has gank potential, while the clear speed could be a little bit more lacking than what most would like. I do want to know what the process is going to be now, though, for jungle routes, because we're going to be looking at Faith and Super H-Mart right here, as they are going to be looking to try and set up pressure. Shen is probably going to be a lot more gank heavy after his first rotation. However, the amount of damage that he takes and the route that this Kayn decides to take, is he going to go for an invade? Is he going to look to catch him at low HP at certain points? It could be a very bad situation to get put into. But it's one of those things where I'm just very curious on jungle pathing when it comes down to this, because this is a very unorthodox team that's going to be coming out from Texas here.
Yeah, it's not to what we're usually accustomed to right now, so I'm interested to see how this one works. Yasuo into the Nasus. I believe Yasuo can actually really punish this matchup at the beginning here until Nasus is able to get those stacks up. So there's a possibility here for Wilwin to really stomp this lane early, as long as Nihao, as long as he isn't playing too aggressive. He's going to have to sit on back and farm on up before he can even take on that Yasuo. Even then, Yasuo, it's a very late game Nasus, I think, is the only one that can really take out a Yasuo when it comes to a 1v1. And on top of that, you're going to also have a Shen ultimate if he decides to commit all on in. So I feel like a big thing here is Faith.
Do you have faith in Faith?
I have faith in Faith. He's on this Shen. He's going to have to be using that ultimate. But you know what else I have faith in, Travesty?
What is that?
Well, I have faith in our viewers, because tonight and until DreamHack Denver, every broadcast we are doing, we are going to be having a 3,500 RP giveaway for all our viewers.
Ooh.
So if you guys are as long at the end of the stream, we will be giving those out. You guys can also bet on the matches with your AVGL credits in the chat. Remember, you do earn 30 credits per 10 minutes you watch, so you can go ahead, bet on that. I'm not too sure our exact plan with those credits, but you know what? You get to brag. You have more credits than everybody else, so that's always fun. And you can also use them to enter the giveaway.
Yeah, I mean that's really what credits are for in any kind of situation. You wanna brag for them, you wanna use them in giveaways, do what you want. Be able to earn up those credits would definitely be huge, especially since that 35. It's what, 35 RP, 3,500 RP. Is that what you said to me?
Yeah, 3,500. That is 3,500. That's a pretty penny. That's around $40 in RP, at least for me.
Yeah, I mean that's like Star Guardian skins just came out, and it's just like,
hey. Like, I mean, that is true. And there's also the all long-awaited Yorick skin that just came out too, Arclight. Because if you're a Yorick main, you've been whining since literally the beginning of time for Yorick skin.
Get me all sweaty talking about Yorick. You know, when I see that shovel, man.
Oh boy,
I like to bury some fools.
Welcome, Travesty, to AVGL. I'm glad you could join us tonight. But I'm glad I can see our game is loading on in, folks. So make sure to leave your thoughts in the chat. Who you believe is going to take this one, if University of Texas at Dallas is going to take it, or is GSU Yellow going to finish this one off. Make sure to leave us your thoughts in the chat. Make sure to cheer on your favorite team as we get into game one here of the best of two.
It's going to be a slobber knocker for sure, as this is an important game for both teams here, wanting to actually go ahead and improve their spot and get themselves into this and make it to where they're able to go ahead and qualify and get themselves going. GSU looking to grab that rope of life, while Texas is actually just looking to go ahead and secure their position.
Yeah, big important game here for both teams as we're going to go on out onto the riff. So to give you a quick rundown, on the blue side for University of Texas, it's going to be Will Win up in top lane on the Yasuo, Faith on that jungle Shen, Ini on the Ahri at mid lane, the Johns on Callista, and Keen rounding out support on the Rakan.
Yeah, and over here on the red side, we got none other than GSU Yellow. They are looking to activate that trap card, climb up through the rope of life, and survive through this, as we are going to be looking at them. Actually, my client's actually taking forever to load at the moment, so if you could, well do me the honor.
Well, for sure. We have Ni Hao, I'm Sam on the top lane, on the Nasus, Super H Smart. Or I guess Super Smart. I guess you could also say that. On the Kayn in the jungle. Knight 0-0 on the Azir mid lane. MC 4000 on the Jinx. And to round it out, it's going to be Hiren on the Thresh on support.
And right now, just to let you know, that it was just my client's loading screen. Wanted to take forever, apparently. So it's loading up right now.
We should be joining us into the game. You'll be only joining us in as the minions are hitting the lanes right now. We'll have to see. Weirdly enough, actually, I see that the Kayn is going to start over at the Raptors camp. Kayn being one of the jungles right now that can actually clear those quite effectively without losing too much health. Meanwhile, Faith is going to be starting over at his red buff. So both junglers starting on opposite sides of the jungle. I'm interested to see, though, if Kayn decides to go ahead, clear his top side, and then go maybe up top lane for a gank, because Will Win is already pushing on it.
Yeah, he could definitely go for that with that red buff. That early start with the red buff will actually work to his advantage. He could also look to go for an invade on who could be a very crippled Shen. So that could be another option that he actually has. Once he has that red buff, he'll have the levels to his name to go ahead and try and get some early aggression out there.
And already in bot side, Heron and MC looking for that level 2. The power of that Thresh, they do hit it. The Flay is going to come on out. Unfortunately, the Chompers aren't going to land, as Keen actually took his dash at level 1, deciding not to use the Q early, and that actually saved his life there.
That's actually a very important thing to actually have come out from there, make it to where he's able to actually get out of what could have been a really bad situation for sure.
And meanwhile, up in top side, we already see this aggression from the Yasuo going in on I'm Sam. It's going to be a tough lane here, already starting to drop some CS, getting pushed in onto tower. And we have a little bit of an invade here from Faith. He actually went for the Gromp, so we could possibly see some action in top side. Right now, though, that Nasus is underneath tower, so he should be just fine. Still, it is a Nasus. You won't be able to kill him super fast, but if they do land the CC, the taunt, and that knock-up, there could be a possibility.
As right now, just so you know, this is still on loading screen for me, so you're painting the picture for me right now. Just so you know,
that is
client
fine.
spectator client is something special.
You know what? It was a new patch today. It does happen, but in bot side, Hiren coming on over with the help of his Kayn. He is going to get ignited. Johns is forced to flash while he's ticking down the ignite. Still has the heal available. Keen also having his own flash. Did use the ignite on Hiren to try and turn that one around. Was a pretty close matchup. Faith looking to dive underneath tower. Tower is going to land, and they're going to pick up first blood there as Faith going super low. He will die as Knight is taken down. John's able to sidestep that hook, and overall, we have a trade in the mid lane, but first blood going on over to this Ahri.
Yeah, he had to use his sum for that. He had to be sure to use that ignite the second that taunt came out. The double tower shot was able to cripple him enough to where the ignite would tick away at his life. So well played of Knight to actually get the most out of what was a really bad situation automatically, making sure he's still able to at least trade that. But looking at the map now that I'm able to finally see this beautiful, beautiful rift here, looking at how everything's going, Lost Chapter actually being built from both sides here, but boots are built onto Any. So he is going to actually have a lot more movement speed inside of this lane, which will actually help him out a lot in runs. But, oh, we got a gank.
Already, though, there is a lot of action here. They are focusing a lot onto the Johns. He has the heal. He missed the Q. He can't run, though, MC. He gets taken down. They're going to trade the kill on over and let Kane get it. So this Kane now able to pick up 1 kill, still 2-2 in the scoreline. But the biggest thing that's happening right now is this top side. This CS difference is gaining heavily in the side of Will Win on that Yasuo, already up a double CS.
Yeah, the important thing to actually notice there is the position that Faith has had constantly. Look at him. He is currently living in the top side.
Hey! Lands the flash taunt. Kane was on over there to try and follow up. It forced the flash out at night, though. They're going to head clear out that vision. And already a lot of pressure here on the mid lane coming out from University of Texas. You can see Will Win is right now proxying the wave up at topside.
Yeah, and that's actually what I really wanted to talk about there is because you look at the position Faith actually has right now. He's actually making sure he currently keeps anything from going. Oh, wait, that's a charm.
Yeah, unfortunately, Knight decided to try go on in there in melee range of the Ahri. Maybe not the smartest idea. Can be easily taunted up there. Now I'm Sam, having to let minions crash on into his tower. You were talking about this. This Yasuo very far ahead right now.
Yeah, this is the early game prowess. This is the problem with Nasus. This is why you don't normally see him in competitive. It's just because he's very exploited in the early part of the game. And right now, he is going to get dove on the tower.
Yeah, he has no chance to ult. He won't be able to revive any of his health. And he gets taken down as the Yasuo Will Win picks up the kill. Didn't even have to burn flash. Was underneath tower. Took a lot of damage, but was able to just escape in time.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we're having to see the difference that is going on from here. That last breath that came out was actually indeed the last breath for Sam here in the top lane, as he was able to go ahead and take him out and basically continue to push this lead that he's going to have. He's actually going for a Blade of the Ruined King start, and it's going to actually make it to where he's going to have so much sustainability. But another charm here. Knight's getting hit by these.
He just chunks out this Azir right now. Knight not having any fun in that lane. Also another lane where the CS is monumental at the moment. That is where the 2,000 gold lead truly lies, is this top lane and this mid lane. So a difficult start here for the side of GSU Yellow.
Yeah, not much that they're able to do in this top side, actually. I would actually really like to see Super actually go for something down here in the bot side again. Just because of the fact that right now his top side is completely warded out. He's been completely pushed out and negated in both the top lane and the upper part of his mid lane. So what he needs to do is try to regain control by trying to just take control over the bottom side of the map instead, and try and trade some dragons for this early aggression that we're seeing from Faith over in the top side of the map. If he's able to do that, it could be worth. But
again, Knight right now, unfortunate there. It used the shove, tried to ult, just knew what was going to happen as he gets taken down. That's the third kill going on over for Any on this Ahri. 3-0-0. That's a pretty tough score to have to take on in if you're going against that quite early. Already under 10 minutes and you're already 3-0. That's a solo queue dream, in my opinion.
I think you have a pretty correct opinion there. I think that's just factual at that point, because right now, Any is just having such a fun time right now, and he's playing this roam champion where he's able to just run around the map after gaining such a huge lead in his lane. He can just continue to abuse this lane as much as he wants to get more, but in the bot lane, some action going on.
Yeah, but Charm did land there. Super has to run away, gets ignited. The flash is going to land. Any does get the ultimate from the Shen. The teleport coming on in. Faith is going to land that taunt. You can see Knight has no option but to take his death. Now 7-2 here for University of Texas at Dallas. And in bot side, Heron gets knocked up. Kane picks up the kill as the Ren was coming out with that ignite. And Faith pushing down mid lane tower. And this is just starting to become a blowout as they push this gold lead now to over 6K under 10 minutes. Faith almost picks up the kill. He does get the first tower, though.
Hey, he was able. He sacrificed his life for the first tower. That first brick, it shows just how much he is committed to the team. That is for sure. As gonna be able to pick that up, and I think it's very impressive actually to look at now, is because there was so much in the top side of the map, in mid and top, that were gained through advantages through Faith, and eventually the bot lane was actually able to gain an advantage on their own, just from being able to have King go in there, be able to get the crucial amount of CC needed onto MC for them to lay out the damage, get the Rens out as needed. And it just speaks to the fact that they have the teamwork there. And unfortunately, they didn't get pressured by Super down here in the bot lane, so they didn't have anything stopping them from just continuing to press an advantage once they got it.
Any, though, has to use that ultimate to get out of there. Will Win has come on down. You can see the damage. He is going to get ulted there by the Kayn. A hook does land. Gets at his ear wall, but guess what? Will Win should be able to flash. Faith is now coming on over. Any not going to land there. A bunch of wards placed down by both teams. It's a ward battle in that bush right now. I think there were 7 wards, now 8. Now that Heron decides, hey, he puts a big ward. I think that's the most wards I've seen in a bush. Look at all the dead wards.
As a support player, I can't confirm that is one of the most satisfying things to see. Wow, the amount of wards that were actually just placed in that one bush is actually the highlight of this entire thing for me.
That was I've never seen that. I think there was a total of nine wards placed in a bush all during one skirmish. They really wanted to get the vision. Unfortunately, Sam doesn't have any for himself, and Faith has come on over. He's taking the tower. Knockup is going to land. Taunt is going to follow on through. That kill goes on over to Will Win. And Faith, though, gets taken down yet again by the minions. Not having good luck with those towers. 1 and 3, but this Yasuo is huge right now. And Knight, this ain't a place you want to be. This is the damage.
It's insane at this point in time. I do want to actually point out one thing that was crucial about that. That was actually an unnecessary death from Faith there. He did actually go a little bit too ham. He could have actually stayed back in tower range. He really didn't have to go in and go for the taunt like that because the damage was already put out. And, of course, the last breath coming out. So, a little bit unnecessary on his part. But, hey, kill secured as he's able to grab that. Now, the pressure being applied here. Opal, Texas is just running wild at this point.
It's hard to come back at this point. It really feels bad when you go low this far into the game already. Like this early, you fall this far behind. You have the only lane that's kind of even right now is the bot lane, but that's stretching it by a little bit. The kills are in the favor of University of Texas at Dallas. Johns really is just scaling up on this Kalista. Hasn't been in any fights. Unfortunately, this Jinx is going to have to going for an Infinity Edge rush. I'm not a huge fan of that, especially in bot side, but you know, there might be some action here. They land that knock-up. Stupor decides not to go on in. Hi, I'm Sam. Faith flashes on in. Flash Cone should be able to get rid of Super, but Super gets taken down by the Orb of Deception and the Charm. And this bush has to be the most visually lit up bush in the game I've seen.
You can say that bush is very visually appealing at this point in time because the amount of words that have been placed and died in that's the resting place and the birthplace of so many words at this point in time, and it's
like a nebula.
It really is.
Words.
Oh look, it's another word in that bush gone. Another one bites the dust.
Hey, wards win games, and you can see that right now. The control ward making sure that Any was not spotted out. Keen goes on in with the quickness. Alt is looking to turn this one to Johns. Actually uses the Fate's Call to bring him on back for that knockup. MC taking a lot of stacks here. Looks like Johns and them are going to have to back off. They're not able to secure the kill.
Will Win!
Where is Will Win right now? He is in the base. He's going to have the Shen teleporting on into him. They're diving underneath Nix's towers right now. I'm a little at loss for words, right? This has been a weird game. Will Win, will land that ultimate. No, he gets knocked on back. He maybe bit off just a little more than he could chew. He will finally get taken out after diving Nexus towers.
Oh, wait, super.
Oh, wait, Faith.
Bro.
He needs to get that right now. Oh, the shield coming in at the last moment there. Faith living with a sliver of health.
That was so unfortunate for him. As you know, he wanted to go. Oh my God, MC. Whew. Getting jump scares, man.
Yeah, got a little scared there. Had to use the flash. Put up the choppers too. Was like, whoa, bud. That's a little aggressive. And Annie, that's just the roam right now. There's nothing that can be done. 7-0-1 on this Ahri. You see a teleport also coming down. They want to dive this poor bot lane. The only lane that hasn't been horribly tortured so far on the side of GSU. But you can see towers starting to fall left and right, up and top side. They're being sieged on in. Annie taking a decent chunk of damage here by Knight. But look at Knight. He gets chunked to half health by one charm combo.
Yeah, it's brutal at this point. This is the only word you can really use for this, because Annie is going to be able to just go, well, Annie, to be honest with you, as soon as he has himself a Spirit Rush, there it is.
He's going on in, looking for the kill on Knight, is going to land it. He goes legendary, flashes over the wall, but he will get taken down by the Super Mega Death Rocket of the Jinx. It's been a while since I've been able to say that ultimate name. I miss Jinx. I love when Jinx is a meta. It's always exciting. But will win underneath the tower, getting that knock up. Gonna use that wind wall. You can see John dodging away from the hook. Super H-Mart, he's got nowhere to go. This is just a massacre right now. Will win, going on in with the last breath. He will pick up another kill. Quickness is gonna land on to that Nastiness. He's getting knocked up left and right. And University of Texas at Dallas looking to take an inhibitor at this point. Take down this tower at under 17 minutes.
Yeah, this is their lead. They get to run wild with it. This is almost a 12... Actually, no, it's almost a 14k gold lead, actually, at this point in time in the game, which is... It's under 20 minutes! I want to stress this real quick. University of Texas at Dallas is actually putting on a show. They got huge advantages in the top and mid lane. I thought that soldier hit him. They've gotten huge advantages in the top and mid lane at this point in time, and they've just went ahead and blown the map wide open, especially with the advantages they've been able to get onto Innie, who just recently experienced his first death.
I also noticed this right now. Will win Flame Horizoned his lane at 17 minutes. 209 CS to the 91. It happens.
Oh, Knight.
Everyone. Knight is going to get charmed up there, gets taunted. Faith following up with that kill. I'm Sam. Knows what's about to happen. He's running for it. Faith wants to dive him underneath the tower. Faith does have the flash taunt available.
He has a family.
Oh, he's not going to land it. Charm is going to land, and Innie's leaving his poor ninja to die in the base. Not looking too good here right now. It looks like they're playing with their food at the moment. See those last breaths land, and Will win, picks up a kill. They're going to have these minions look to end the game pre-20 minutes here, possibly. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the side of GSU that they can do at this point.
Yeah, GSU is in a really bad spot automatically. Super Mega Death Rocket that does come out, but the siege is being laid. The engage.
Oh, here comes the quickness. Keen picks up the kill. The Emperor's Divide is used, but it won't matter. Innie is able to get rid of that. Azir, ultimate coming on over to Innie. He should be fine though. Will win. Will help him secure that kill. And at 19 minutes, University of Texas at Dallas will take game one.
Wow, what a display right there. I mean, it's been a while since I've casted a League of Legends game that was just that destructive. And University of Texas at Dallas, honestly, they just played to the advantages they knew they could grab. They knew that they could leave their bot lane alone. They would be able to eventually do things on their own. And then they just said, you know what, Faith, you're going to play this Shin pick. Worst comes to worst, you can stand united to the other side of the map, but you're going to stay mostly up in this top side area. Will win, got a huge advantage on his own. And then Faith just focused on making sure that Any got ahead, and which led to Any being able to just spirit rush between the lanes and honestly just be a destructive force. Because whenever a charm landed, we saw a magic trick. Those health bars did not last very long.
No, they disappeared instantly, chunks of them at a time. Like, there's not a whole lot else like more you could say at this point. It was unfortunately a very, very harsh game on the side here for GSU. It always hurts when you have to take a beating like that, but we're gonna have to see how they respond in game 2. Can they turn around? Can they find a way to tie up this best of 2? It might not seem like it, but we'll have to see and find out. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AVGL's Collegiate League of Legends Championship. I was praying that those poor souls from last game were able to find their way to the afterlife, because that was a slaughter, travesty. And if you go into game 2 here, what can you do?
Well, first and foremost, Yasuo, as his ban, is not getting through. The Will Win had too much pressure on that. The thing that I think that is the most important for GSU is not so much the pick and ban, but more so how do they play about the game. We are seeing that Super H did not stay down there towards the bottom side where Faith had no presence whatsoever, especially in the pre-6. So I'm really curious on what kind of adaptations they'll have in playstyle, because if anything, their biggest advantage may be whatever the side that University of Texas at Dallas is ignoring, they try to abuse. And especially if it's bot side, try to grab some early dragons to give you some scaling potential to try and negate some of the advantages they're getting in lane when it comes down to the top and mid lane.
Well, we'll have to see. We're seeing some of the bands coming on out here. It's going to be a Maokai band coming out from the side of GSU. Meanwhile, we are seeing a Thresh band actually coming on out. I guess that was one of the saving graces for GSU, was their bot lane. They did quite well, but you can see the target bands coming out, all supports and ADCs on the side of University of Texas at Dallas.
Yeah, actually wouldn't surprise me if this actually forces GSU to actually pick an AD carry in their second rotation. They actually do go ahead and pick up Shen, which is completely fine, especially since Faith did have a huge impact on that. Will win, more than likely going to be taking that Gangplank up into the top side here. So this is a Shen versus a Gangplank. This is a storied matchup. Gangplank is always favored going into the Shen matchup just because Shen's not known for killing people early on, and Gangplank's not known for his early lane power. He needs that item spike to get him going, but once he hits it, he's able to do some crucial things. But we got a Nikali. The Twilight Shroud is here.
Yeah, Akali getting locked in. I believe that's the first Akali I've seen on stream, and now we have an Evelyn hover. Now, reminder, this isn't the new Evelyn. That's still not on live yet. Still in testing. Just went out on the PBE yesterday. I know our resident Evelyn main, Sin himself, has been...
Wait, he likes Evelyn?
He likes Evelyn, I know,
What?
but it's going to be swapped at the last second to play with his heart. It's going to be a Pantheon, most likely coming out in that jungle.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, who knows, man? Maybe Hi, I'm Calvin. He has that jungle Shen pick as well for some reason. The jungle Shen becomes the contested pick of a matchup. But yeah, the Pantheon, I do think that that's something that they do need. They want to get early aggression coming out from GSU. I think that's a good adaptation for them. Kane needs to ramp up a little bit more. He's not known for having these monstrous early games, even though he does have like these early game pathing that's very unique for him. And if he snowballs, great for Kane. They actually end up going Pantheon. Pantheon's a lot easier. You get a click stun. You get to do a lot of damage. From 1 to 11, your damage is actually just insane. So definitely going to be a good pickup for them, especially since they actually lock in Lulu. So that's a little bit more supportive ability to follow up that Pantheon alongside with that Shen. So a lot of shields that could go his way in the early parts of the game.
But Travesty, with this Ahri getting locked in, is this the Akali jungle?
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait,
I'll just be over here.
You gotta check your eyes really quick.
The first game I see of an Akali on stream to cast, ever since they reworked her, is in the jungle, and I'm a little...
You're a little skeptical? Well, you're a little... You're again, it could be swapped. It could be a...
I don't think...
I
don't think it is.
I'm thinking maybe Ahri ADC. I did have a friend that used to main that. But I think the Johns will be picking something else. We're seeing a lot of ADC bans yet again. Xayah, the Tristana, a Twitch and Kog'Maw, but they left up this Draven. They decided to ban it last game, and now instead they got rid of the Yasuo, and now they'll have to deal with the Gladiator and bot side.
I don't know if you're saying his name right. I heard Draven, but I believe the term is Draven. Because he's locked in, dude. The axes are going to be thrown each and every way. Welcome to the Executioner's platform here, as he's going to be looking to put on the show. Because it's now prime time for the Johns, as he's going to be looking to go off on that. But Jhin, something that was banned away the last game, MC is going to be able to pick that up. Interesting departure. He was playing Jinx in the last game. Now he's going for something that isn't that hyper carry, but can set up team fights a lot better for his team. Is the Blitzcrank locked in on the other side.
We got the booty crank in bot side with the Draven. Should be an interesting one. Talia, the last lock in here for the side of GSU. They're going to bring that into the mid lane, try and go head to head with Innie's Ahri. We'll have to see. It looks like we've had a swap in the roles, though, as I do believe Hi, I'm Calvin will now be in that jungle. And now Super H Smart going into the mid lane.
So this actually brings up the point of, I talked about jungle routes and how that was going to be important. It brings up the point of how aggressive will this Pantheon be. This is a new jungler that's coming in. They're swapping around their roles a little bit, seeing if something new would work. We saw a lot of top focus in the last game. Akali doesn't have the same amount of pressure that a Shen would, which is weird to compare the two in the jungle, but hear me out on this one. So clear speed wise, Akali's clear speed shouldn't be great at all. She should be actually relatively squishy. I'm expecting I'm Calvin to go for some sort of an aggressive play by invading Faith at this point in time. Faith has to be a target for him. He has the advantage automatically locked in from pick and his clear speed. So I feel like the early parts of this game, once we get into the Rift, is actually going to be a game of vision, figuring out what route Faith is going to take and see if they're going to be able to set something up where Calvin will have lane priority in at least one lane and be able to have backup. Because I think they also may try to make this a sense of false security for the side of GSU. Because if they go in for this invade and any has an advantage yet again and Will Win has an advantage again, they have priority to rotate down and punish I Am Calvin.
Now, and another thing here is you have such a snowbally team potential with this Draven, with this Akali, with this Gangplank that I feel University of Texas at Dallas have the opportunity to just go wild in this game. And you mentioned vision being a key thing. Well, this was the game. This was the teams that we saw 10 wards in one bush in about 4 minutes. So they are masters of the vision compared to all our other teams. I bet you that bush had more wards in it than some games that we haven't seen on stream in total.
I'm pretty sure some guys are just sitting there back at home. They're sitting there. They just got done playing their promo games. They didn't get out of B5, and they looked at it and they'd be like, "Holy crap! What is that? Is that vision? How does that work? That's wards are battling over wards. What kind of mockery is this? You slay champions, not wards, but." In games such as this, vision wins the games. You set up the vision to go ahead and claim the enemy nexus. And that is something that we definitely saw. Talking about vision, even in that, not just that one bush, the top side of the map in general just had so many wards on it. I'm going to have to look to see. Is GSU, I want to see if they're actually able to hold on in terms of CS differentials in this point in time. Because Knight actually wasn't playing in the, he was playing in the mid lane role in the last game. However, when we saw the top lane matchup before, Will Win, Flame Horizon, super early on, was able to gain huge advantages solo. And now it's in the matchup where it's like a scaling top laner versus a top laner that's going to look to roam around and hopefully cause plays around the map. So hopefully have like a 4-man, 5-man party in the bot lane. So I am curious to see, can we see GSU adapt and hold CS differentials to a minimum so that way they can have a chance to try and do something in the early to mid game?
We'll have to see. I'm interested because this is kind of game where if a Pantheon can roam around, catch out some of these squishy members, there is an opportunity for the side of GSU to come back on this one. But it looks like we're out of that spectator delay and we're going to go ahead and load onto the Rift for game 2 here between University of Texas Dallas and GSU Gold. I'm excited to see. I mean, not gold. I mean yellow. My bad. My apologies.
Gold and yellow. They look
close.
The same.
It's close. But I actually do think there is a GSU Gold and a GSU Yellow, if I recall. They have a lot of colors in the bracket here. Of the over the 100 teams that have entered, they have a couple of them, and they're all different colors. They made a nice rainbow. Maybe that's what they did. They sat down with all the teams and like, guys, y'all got to pick a color, and it can't be the same color as somebody else. And then they did a draw, and then boom, you got your team names. But make sure to enter the giveaway, guys. Remember, we're giving away one 3,500 RP card. I believe even staff technically could win that if they entered. So Travesty, I don't know. Have you entered yet?
You know what, man? I have entered because there's a couple skins I haven't picked up. It's something that's really juicy right now. You don't understand, man. I got payments, I got bills I gotta pay. You tell me I got money to spend on League of Legends I don't have to pay for? Sign me right on up, man. That is. Do you see this stuff? Any is actually advertising at this point in time. He's working out with that Star Guardian R yet again. You guys see how beautiful that skin is? You see that lead that he got? That's because of Star Guardian skin. That's what it does to you. It gives you those early leads in the game. It gives you elo. So make sure you enter into it. That way you can get out of your promo nightmares and pick you up a Star Guardian skin.
Well, you see, Travesty, I don't know what innie you're talking about. Because the only innie I know, and I've been confirmed by production, is a she, actually. So we should be referring to that. We don't want anybody feeling that League of Legends is only dominated by men. There is some females that do come out and play at a high level. Annie was on point in the last game. So we'll have to see how this one turns out as we're going to load on over for Game 2 between GSU Yellow and University of Texas at Dallas.
Should be a celebrity knocker. I'm gonna make up for all the times I said he for any. I'm gonna go out of my way to say she as many times now. As I'm gonna try and catch up.
I gotta fix my past mistakes. I gotta redeem myself. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if GSU can redeem themselves here in Game 2, if they can pull off the big plays. But you see Yakin on this Blitzcrank. There is a ward around the corner. They are looking for it. Not going to find it. You can already see some question mark pings coming out. They are wondering why that hook was even used. But Keen maybe has a keen sense and will be able to find the enemy team.
A keen sense. That's what you came up with?
You know what? It's been a long day. I think that is our.
I can say I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith at this point in time because
that
was.
Welcome to the cast, boys. This is where we make all the puns, all the metaphors, all the references. This is the stream you are looking for. You do not need to adjust your monitor, as I can hear Blitzcrank laughing nonstop in my ears. This is great. After new patches, the volume resets and it's really loud.
Yeah, it is ear blasting, to be honest with you, as that is the term I will definitely use for that. As she's already making sure to hit him with that order session. That's one down. One she down.
Well, Faith, gonna go ahead, pick up that blue buff on this Akali. We'll have to watch and see how this Kali pass, how she is able to get through that jungle, how healthy she'll be, and maybe try and make a gank on here early. It's already see a bit of push here coming out from the side of Georgia State. Though it is into a Blitzcrank as expected. You have that Lulu too, so that is the ability. If you're able to dodge the hook, stay safe, you should be able to poke him down quite effectively and try to at least punish it. Because the issue here is if Johns is able to just get a lot of damage off with these axes. Yeah, you saw that level 2 already. Blitzcranking them already moving up. They're just gonna have to back up. They want to get the grabs. They want the booty. They want the knockups. They're excited.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious. So I actually talked about jungle routes quite a good bit, and Hyam Calvin actually decided to not go for anything aggressive there, which it really throws me because I really want to point out the fact that Faith was so low over at the red buff there, and even went ahead and warded to make sure that Hyam Calvin isn't waiting. Definitely was expecting to have a Pantheon waiting to try and grab him, as that could have been a very scary situation automatically. But Hyam Calvin deciding to go for a safer route, but Faith is down here in the bot lane. This could... It's just going to pick up this Crux. It could set up for a dive here, more than likely.
This would be a pretty risky dive, I think.
Yeah.
So Keen is pretty healthy here. And he's going to get that hook. Here it is. The Ignite already coming out. Johns, he's looking to dive underneath the tower. He gets exhausted, but he gets out of tower range. That's super important. Faith of the in. They pick up first blood. Keen, now the next target. MC looking for that final bullet in the chamber. Is going to flash on it. Keen, though, flash hooks him on over. And they pick up the kill. Blitzcrank picking up one kill for himself. Faith picking up the other. And luckily, only 2 assists going on to John's there, so at least the Draven didn't pick up the kills and the bonuses.
Let me tell you real quick, that wasn't just any normal fist. That wasn't any normal E. That was a straight-up Shoryuken the way that hit. But there's a gank in the mid lane now.
That's what they need to do. Innie, though, she's able to just walk away there. Super smart, has to be hitting those knockups, because that was a relatively easy one. Unfortunately, it was just a little too late there to knock up that Ahri, and Innie will be able to just walk away just fine.
Yeah, she actually flashed at a perfect time there as well, making sure that she wasn't going to get hit by the, basically be in a position after the stun would come through for Super to actually go ahead and land full combo. Actually made it to where you had to actually take a couple steps forward, which put him in a bad situation to actually try and get it. Made it so it was unable for him to have the timing that he would have wanted. But Calvin's actually got a little bit of a problem of his own now.
Yeah, nope. Calvin has to walk away there. Dodges that hook.
Didn't see it.
You can see here, there's actually 4 flashes down on the side of University of Texas at Dallas. So you can see the ganks, the aggression coming out big here as they already have a 2K gold lead at 5 minutes. Not looking too good here for the side of GSU.
And GSU not really having a great time when it comes down to how they are going through this. A noticeable difference is the bot lane is not doing as well as what they did in the last game. And Faith actually started off at the bot side there. So that was a big change. Actually, they're just saying Will Win is going to scale on his own. But the CS advantages have been starting to be gained here. As Faith is counter jungling. This is the opposite of what you would think to see.
Yeah, Faith already doing that damage, though. You can see the burst potential from this Akali. We'll be able just to walk out to that blasting cone, but here comes Natalia. Decides against it, but Innie, she's worked her way up into this jungle. She's going to go over the wall and find a Pantheon. And Natalia, the knockback is going to be hit, and that's a kill going on over to this Pantheon. Innie, not too, very, very, I guess, confident with that lack of vision there.
Yeah, you could definitely say she was standing on shaky ground going over there, as that was not where you would want to be in that case in point. Don't want to just jump over any wall blindly. Not the same lead that you had last game, Innie. It's not that Ahri build does not carry over to game 2. You're not 9-0 right now, so you're going to be able to play like
it's not Nexus Siege where you play a 20-minute game or so and try and take the enemy's base. It doesn't reset automatically.
Yeah, nothing too crazy like that. This is actually just regular old SR. You know, sometimes we forget. Sometimes you get locked into the Nexus Siege mode.
Look at this. They've snuck this Talia on down. Here comes the Weavers while MC already got hooked. The ultimate coming out. Beautiful knock-up from Super. And that's a double kill going on to this Jhin as GSU are able to strike back.
And GSU able to make the Faith. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, folks, you saw it here. Blue buff, the new enemy of University of Texas at Dallas. The blue buff going for the ganks, the counter ganks in the jungle. Looking for the roam.
GSU brought a 6th teammate. That's not fair.
They did. Destroyed. As you did see Knight coming on over there to try and gank Innie. She was able to spot that out, I think, just fine.
I wish we had replays. I want to see that in slow motion.
I really wish I could say we had a replay there, but I don't think we do. But still, gold in the favor of University of at Dallas, or University of Texas of Texas at Dallas. I will get this name right at some point. This is what happens when you got weird names. That's just a weird name.
It's a very long, drawn-out name for sure.
Yeah, a long drawn out. I guess I could just say UTD.
I don't know about that one. That one.
I don't know.
It's like you could slur that one and make a bad mistake.
I don't think it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, let's not go that route.
This is a caster's curse right now. This is what you guys don't get to see, is when the fiestas start to come out, the caster fiesta begins, and it only goes downhill here, folks. It's gonna be that kind of night. But as you can see in the bot side, The big thing here for the side of University of Texas at Dallas is they do have the CS advantage in a lot of lanes.
Yes, they have picked up the
all the
leads.
lanes.
I wanna look at the Knight versus Will Win one, because the top lane matchup was the one we looked at. This is a different top laner. Will Win. Look at the differential. This is a 50 CS differential. He's already halfway to that flame horizon that he achieved last game at the 9-minute mark. This is a very scary situation, because the worst thing you want to see on the enemy team is a game plan that's farming efficiently.
Wait here, I see there was an ultimate coming out from I'm Calvin.
Yeah.
UT Dallas. Moving on over. John's getting a little aggressive here. Can get stunned up, but they have the rest of the team waiting there. Faith has that level 6, level 7 actually. Has the ultimate,
Faith.
but he was going to get collapsed on. Faith is going to get taken down, and UT Dallas have to back off.
Yet again, the jungle creeps are the bane of his existence. Krutz, he was baited into Krutz, you know? Yeah, they
Krutz baited him into the fight. He was just trying to farm up, and Knight going quite aggressive here. Will Win, though, take him down just outside the tower range on this gangplank and only boost this lead further. Already up almost 2,000 gold. A majority of the gold lead is on this gangplank.
Yeah, the theory that he had behind there was he was going to get the taunt and have 2 autos from the turret in that, which would have actually given it to him, but he was actually just out of tower range from that. But I'm Calvin.
Gonna get flashed stunned there. Has to use the ultimate just to get away.
Faith is here!
But here comes Faith for the cleanup. The Gangplank ultimate also coming up huge. Talia gets taken down. Double kill for Faith on this Akali. And in bot side, the Johns, he has the Blitzcrank to get him in range. Looking for the first kill of the game for him. There it is. This Draven now able to start funneling gold. Oh, he's going. He misses the axe to keep going. Johns looking close, but not able to secure that. Lulu does pick up 1 kill.
Yeah, definitely. Got that
Faith.
Purple treatment.
Wait, Kane. Ooh, Hiron playing with the mind games right now. Not going to be able to get away from the Akali. Say back off and pick up themselves another kill. This Akali 4-2-1 from the jungle after I guess a rocky start.
Yeah, I think that's safe there, as he definitely had the bare definition of a rocky start. Faith actually getting jumped onto by Calvin here. Actually, Calvin does a good amount of damage though. We talked a lot about Texas Dallas, which is what I'm going to call him as. But GSU actually does have Hyam Calvin picking up an early lead. Oh, Weaver Wall too.
The top lane, there you go. Super Smart is coming on up, but it looks like Will Win looking for the kill, but the knock-up into the minefield will finish him off before he can kill Knight. Beautiful roam coming out. Talia doing a lot better than we saw in the last game from their mid lane. Maybe the roster swap helping out big time. As Calvin could be dived here, has to be a little bit careful as Keen roaming on this Blitzcrank. This is something we haven't mentioned actually, and I wanted to early, is the roaming supports have been extremely popular in our tournament so far. Almost every cast I have seen one, and Kane gets the knock-up. Here comes John with the axes. The Gangplank ultimate raining on down. Johns picks up his kill, looking for another one. Looks like Keen might have to finish it off. Ultimate coming out, though. That's a double kill for this Draven.
Yeah, it's just the cool guys don't look at explosions. Cool guys don't look at whirling death. Oh.
Faith gets just chunked out, but here comes Innie from the side. Faith able to pick up the kill with the dash. Kane now looking to land that hook. The rest of the team piling on, and Faith is able to walk away. Keen actually picking up the kill. This has been a blood-hungry, bloodthirsty Blitzcrank.
Yeah, this Blitzcrank. And as you were talking about, roaming support is very much so popular. If you're not playing somebody who's just like your standard shield, you're playing playmaking supports. That's the current meta. And we're definitely seeing that Keen is very comfortable being able to play somebody who's able to roam around. He played game 1 on that threat. Well, yeah, he played game 1 actually. He didn't play Thresh game 1 actually, now that I think about it. He was playing the The thing I'm blanking on, Rakan. Yeah, there we go, Rakan. It was on the tip of my tongue at that point. But now he's playing the Blitzcrank. Shows that he's very comfortable playing these champions that are good at roaming around the map and giving advantage.
Gonna get stunned up, and he is going to get taken. Oh, the polymorph coming out, preventing him from auto-attacking. Will win. He's just doing Gangplank things at this point. He likes to proxy. He actually is just juking out these skill shots coming out. Is starting to take some damage. Should be able to use that blasting cone just to get away quite nicely. But Innie roaming on over. They want to maybe go for this fight. Super not in a spot right now. Over the wall comes Innie with that Orbit Deception. That's a kill going on over to her. She picks up her first kill of the game. And UT Dallas starting to open up this gold lead. Johns has come on over. Oh, keen. Not too keen on that hook.
Yeah, not going to be able to grab that. That could have been a very big kill, as we are seeing that they're looking to try and gain some advantages at this point in time. They do have the gold lead and whatnot, but this is a different tone and haven't gained this gold lead as quickly. But Curtain Call coming out just to clear minions, it seems like.
Well, Alvin coming on in. Looks like you can see that damage, though, Will Win can put out, but it's not enough. Rift Herald will go over to UT Dallas in the meantime, and they are maybe looking to put some pressure onto this top side. Johns just wants to walk up, get those autos down. Keen comes on over. Beautiful. Stand aside from John is able to keep him safe. Meanwhile, Faith getting triple ganked in bot side, and they're going to pick up that tower, but guess what? There's a Rift Herald possibly onto the top side if Johns and them decide to use it.
They can absolutely do it with no complaints. Weaver Wall is available, so there is the potential for them to collapse pretty quickly. As you can even see, Super is looking to roam up to that top side here, so I don't think they're going to use it so early. Now that Will Win is down there and the bot side, they do have the option if they want to, but now that Talia's there, I don't think they're going to opt in for that. This is a little bit too much to push for. So they're going to go back, buy some items, and come on back even stronger than before.
It's too much, man, sometimes. It's just too much. The awkward thing, and I find this is kind of funny, when you are a support player and you don't actually have that Sightstone item just yet, you take Rift Herald, you actually can't place any wards. It's kind of a weird catch-22 there. Is going toe-to-toe here, just using that to get away, gets that speed boost.
It's like the meme. It's like, move over regular wards. Vision ward is my new friend now. Like, that's all he's going to be able to place at this point in time. Not going to have those...
Hey, there's the hook, though, and that Lulu gets evaporated by Innie and the Johns, and now they want more. They're looking for blood. Keen has this Blitzcrank. You can see the knockup. Innie actually gets rooted on up. Heal has to come out. Johns puts out so much damage. Here comes the Gangplank ultimate to finish him off underneath the tower as MC will fall. Innie still hanging around right here with about 200 health. She's got to be careful. You see Cade landing those hooks. No one there to follow up, though.
Yeah, he's actually really low right now, so one hit from this Talia would actually be really bad. But Rift Herald is going to be coming to the bot side here. But there's a two-man party. Look at this, the flank from the Herald. They never saw it coming.
Never saw it coming. Didn't have a chance to react. Luckily, we're able to walk away from that Blitzcrank hook. That Rift Herald will secure at least a tier 2 tower. As Will Win, looking to pick one up of his own up in top side, is starting to have the roam coming out. Curtain Call coming on out. Faith, though, on the side, can just rip through this Lulu. You can see so much used to save her. Keen, he looks, says, Faith, I'm sorry, my son, but you were taken down. Will Win picks up the tower. He should be able to just run out of there. Hi, I'm Calvin. Looking to flank on in. Might have been a little too awkward, actually, right there, as the Blitzcrank is going to come out. MC flashes on and picks up the kill with a 4th shot in his revolver. Actually, the second, but Keen and Innie roaming through the jungle, wanting to pick off some members that are staying behind. And UT Dallas, though they have this goal lead, just aren't able to really open up the base as fast as they did last game.
Yeah, UT Dallas is actually having some struggles. It's more so, it's not them actually getting outplayed though. It feels like they're actually outplaying themselves more so than anything else. They're going too far in certain points where they could be basically gaining the same advantages that they could have had probably a couple minutes later. But with the champions that they have and whatnot, I mean, look at the itemization that we have. Flame Horizon up in the top side of the map yet again. Will Win's been able to do that. So there's a lot of gold differential already in the top side there. Then you look at Faith, and Faith has been popping off and laying out the damage, but another hook is landing here.
Yeah, but guess what? That was a Shen right on top of your ADC. This can get turned around hard on them right now. As Keen going down quite low. MC lands the snare, but unfortunately Johns wasn't damaged there by the deadly flourish. And now mid lane being sieged on, and Talia gonna fall underneath the tower. Faith picks up that kill. And now an opportunity for them. Calvin comes on over, looking for a kill right now. Is getting blocked up. Unfortunately, Innie can't help his jungler as Faith slowly burning away, trying to hide behind the rock. Unfortunately, you get full vision of your base at that point. So
that's some next level strategy right there. When you turn a game of League of Legends into hide and seek, that's the kind of innovative stuff that you have to see in this
Current
game.
call, landing one bullet, landing two. Here comes the third. MC picks it up with his ultimate. Keen ate that fourth bullet, but he's still a pretty tanky Blitzcrank. And Johns and them roaming through that jungle. It's a bloodbath everywhere.
Yeah, wherever you go, one team is spilling at the flash hook there, but a man drop.
Coming on in, Johns is able to use the stand aside to prevent it. Weaver's Wall coming on down. That's a shutdown going on over tonight. MC, Innie needs to run away. She's having some difficulty right now. She should be able to, as 5 members commit. And sadly, nobody else from the side of UT Dallas around to push in a lane. And this gives GSU a hope in this game.
Yeah, the hope is that this continues to happen for them, because right now at the moment there hasn't been really any advantages gained recently, and by recently I mean like in the past 3 minutes, because you're seeing the side of UT Dallas are actually just constantly throwing themselves at them like a 1v1 kind of deal, like it's like the gauntlet being thrown down. So currently at the moment they're able to pick up kills sometimes, and sometimes they're trading, but when they're so far ahead, and especially in gold, they really shouldn't be doing that. So it's more like the game is being extended at that point in time by the way they're playing. And it actually is something that's really going to hurt them if they keep going with this, because we're going to see a tankier frontline. Faith is getting caught out, and Calvin's actually been the answer to Fave. Knight is going to... Ooh!
Oh, Johns picks up that kill. Gangplank ultimate to the side, looking for the damage. Faith actually uses that Zanya's to dodge the final bullet in the current call. Just going to go ahead, farm up those wolves there. So we'll win in them. Moving on up. MC looking for it. Actually able to disarm some of those barrels from Willwind. And we mentioned it early, Willwind. Just the CS.
Yeah,
just the dominance right here. Innie. Oh, this is not a good spot right here. Flashes away, able to use her ultimate. And Johns and Faith, 2-personing the Baron. There is Kane finally coming on over, as well as Innie. It looks like UT Dallas. Actually, Weaver's Wall coming on over. Can she steal? No, she won't find it. Man drop on in. Calvin in between 5 members. He gets taken down. Willwin pretty low right now. John's able to sidestep that taunt and now can output that damage with these axes. That's going to be 2 kills coming on over 3. Here's the 4th. A double kill for the John. A triple kill for the Draven.
Yeah, and now I lose a MC to run back to his base currently, as Keen was looking to hunt him down right there. And that's something to point out about Keen yet again. This man is bloodthirsty. You said it earlier. This man is always seeking for blood. As the Baron now, this should help them for the side of UT Dallas to go ahead and find a way to close out this game, as they're able to get that inhib turret, but they're going to go ahead and just call it on up. Very smart on their part. Definitely going to be looking to see them split now, just with Will Win and just maybe we'll see a 4-man push and just let Will Win just do his thing. Just do some Gangplank stuff.
Hiren gonna clear out a ward. Still, it's a difficult one right now. Almost 20k gold behind it. 24 minutes. It's dominating here by UT Dallas. Faith waiting in there. That poor Lulu. It tasted like purple. She gets taken out there by the Akali as Innie and them move on up. You have 3 members down in bot side trying to defend. Just Calvin and them. You can see the crits coming out from John. Faith going pretty on in, but guess what? They got rid of the Talia. That's a huge part of their team fight. Faith gets taken out. Kern Call lands 2 bullets onto John's. Lands a 3rd one. Keen will interrupt it. And the rest of the team slowly falls. MC runs back to his tower. His Nexus. John flashing on in. The kill goes on over to Innie as she picks up the ace for her team. Only Faith falling, and now the inhibitor being taken here by UT Dallas.
And that all started with a pick. How could it end up like this?
Oh my goodness. The Johns. 11, 3, and 8 on this Draven. You can hear the pings out for possibly ending the game, taking the Nexus. Really, it'd be a miracle for this to survive. Another ace. Everyone coming in slowly. It looks like UT Dallas, though, will finish this one off. The man drop is coming. Keen is able to do something there. Taunt is going to land onto Johns here. They might not be able to finish just yet. Will wins now with those barrels. Huge AoE coming on down. Looking for another one. The shots, the parlay is just absolutely destroying the team. Will win. Still on the side. Oh my goodness. Double kill. See the ultimate coming out. Innie playing with her food right now in the Nexus. She will trade 1 for 1, but guess what? The minions are coming down. Will win. Picks up another ace. UT Dallas with these minions. Should be able to finish up now. Faith just BMing. The Weaver's Wall coming out through. And we come all the way down the rift to see that Nexus explode as UT Dallas take the win.
What a game. What a game. And honestly, looking back at GSU Yellow, they actually had a couple more things that went into their favor, but they had some things that stayed the same. Calvin was able to get an early lead in the jungle, which we didn't get to see in the last game. But now we have seen that the top lane differential, it stayed the same. Will win. Definitely staying true to his name as he will win that laning phase. Make sure he will get that Flame Horizon, and was just a monster, drawing so much pressure just from being able to farm on that Gangplank.
Almost a double Flame Horizon. Almost up 200 farm on this Gangplank. A disgusting display here. I believe that was our final match tonight. We only had 2 games for you guys, unfortunately. We started a little bit later tonight, so make sure you enter our giveaway right away. I believe Pith is in the chat with some instructions for you guys. And we'll have to see exactly what's going on here. I'm just getting a couple words here from production. So we're just going to really quickly... Well, I got some more word from production. The little voice in my head has told me...
We have a lot of them.
We have a lot of, yeah, I got demons, boys. I got demons. My demons are telling me that we are done for tonight. We are going to close out the stream and also do the RP giveaway. But make sure, guys, to check out AVGL's LOL coverage as we keep on going. This is the road to DreamHack. We are soon going to decide our final 2 teams quite shortly here. It's going to be a very long day next Sunday, upcoming Sunday here at AVGL. I'm looking forward to it. I've been scheduled for that entire day. I can't wait to see you guys over at DreamHack. So make sure to enter that giveaway. And you know what? If you have nothing else to do, you guys can go ahead. Check out play-ins right now. Cloud9 and Lion Gaming will be starting up quite shortly. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to watch some C9.
Yeah, I'm going to be rooting for my NA boys. Of course, going to hope that they'll be able to not get upset by Brazil. You know, they have a debt to be paid to Brazil after what Kaboom did a couple years ago. So we'll have to see what they'll be able to do, and hopefully Brazil won't be looking to claim that debt that C9 owes them.
Well, guys, thank you for watching. We're going to go ahead, send it off with some music. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for coming out. See you later.